Happy Halloween, everyone. I'm the Charbox Gamer, and we're finishing up Days Gone. As you know, that the last video was the finishing up of the story, but as you can see, there's still some missions to be doing, and I believe the red dots on the screen are hordes that we could complete. Oh boy, that's a lot of them. Look on the bright side. At least they pop up. I mean, it'd be a bitch trying to find all these by yourself, you know? Now, throughout the game, I've been mentioning why I would like for a sequel. And I was wondering, anybody have any thoughts on that? Like what they would want for a sequel in this game? Because I don't really have much. I think if they could add to something is, well, not that the hordes weren't threatening, but maybe make them more, like, omnipresent. Like, yes, you see these guys here now, but their marker only popped up after I beat the game. But it's like, they're always mentioned as a threat by a lot of characters, but during specific missions, that's the only time we really get to see them. Like, would it make the game a little more difficult? Yes, it would, but with everyone always saying that these guys are a threat, I would always think that would be the case. Okay, maybe not have them popping up during the day because they're sleeping, but maybe during night that there's always constantly a horde. It just makes sense with what the game's been telling us. And if I were to say something else I would like added to the game, I think I would like it if we kind of vamp up the camps just a bit. Like, there's shit we could do for the campsites, don't get me wrong, it's just, I feel like it would make it more, like, interactive. Like, how do I say, improve on the camps will probably be the simple explanation. Like, don't just give me one NPC to go to for a mission. Like, give me some that needs, like, it doesn't have to be something major, just like small shit. Or hell, have like a, like, you know, a part of me wants to say, maybe have it where there are enemies that will attack camps occasionally, but I don't really, like, I don't care for that too much. Like, I hate going fat fuck. Like, imagine you're in the middle of something, you're doing some shit, and then you get a notification or a call on the radio saying, hey, the camp's being attacked, can you come and help us? Constantly. Like, I could see that getting real annoying real quick. However, I will say that it does make sense in the, you know, world that we're in. Like, there's always assholes trying to attack others. It doesn't even have to be raiders. It could be, like, hordes of zombies. Like, oh, this camp, they're getting overran with zombies. Can you come by and give them a hand? Something like that. Like, it's just, a part of me would feel that's annoying, but it makes sense in world logic. And these fuckers are no longer here. Where the hell did they go? Okay, we deduce that they're gone. I'll go down the hill a bit. If I would say the one thing I did not care for, I would say that I did not, like, the antagonists, I don't know, like, in this game, they were, like,
Finally.
Carlos, he felt alright. He had the motive. He was, like, the thing is, what makes a good antagonist is, I think that you need to feel their presence. And while the Rippers are, or were, everywhere, I didn't see his presence through them. All I knew is that there were a bunch of cultist assholes. That's my take on it, anyway. I mean, you do have his fucking recordings that you can find, but that's like, that's a good chunk into the game. And hell, even I didn't know who the fuck he was. Like, I guess that makes sense, because even your character Deacon here doesn't even know, he didn't know who he was until he saw him again. And that gave some history. It's just, I think he was done alright. Not great, but alright. I think Colonel Garrett, whatever the fuck his name is, I think that's actually the first time I got his name right. I think he was alright too. because he felt like a threat. He felt like a threat. The moment I saw him, I was like, yeah, he's definitely going to be the new antagonist. But then Schizo. Look, I'm not, I hate him. He's an asshole. But I honestly do not think he would have, like, how do I say, there was no way in hell he was going to survive on his own. He is a sneaky bastard that can't really handle many zombies on his own. So him surviving, it's like, I don't believe he survived not only long enough to continue living to the point where it's just, he got from this area to the mountain area, and mind you, that little pass that was cleared when the general cleared it, that wasn't there. So he had to go some similar ways that I did. I could believe he got on a bike. It's just, I don't believe he survived long enough to find his own. Actually, maybe he had his own. Yeah, he does have his own bike. But to get from point A to B, it's like, I expected him to be eaten by zombies, honestly. Like, I could see a little event where you follow this blue thing on your radar, and you find out that, hey, you found Schizo again, he got torn up to shreds. The only way I could figure out that he got from from here to there without getting killed is that he lied his way to get there. That makes sense. Do I like it? No. But did they make a good asshole? Oh yeah, they made a good asshole. I mean, I hate to admit that some things he said in the game I kinda agreed with, but it's only for basic shit, like with the whole cultist thing, not trusting them. Yeah, I got his point of view. They're a bunch of assholes. You're really gonna trust them to honor the word? I no. But him going against Iron Mike, honestly, it felt like he did everything just to save his own ass. And it comes off as more of a cowardly kind of enemy, rather than this surviving kind of enemy that'll kick your ass later. You get what I mean? Also, I want someone to ask, someone tell me in what world, what world would actively go with the name Schizo. That was the first indicator that this guy was a jackass, alright? This was a bad idea. Honestly, I know I made the joke several times, but fuck me. But, you're in a zombie apocalypse, you don't have to tell people your name. You can pick a cool name. Does anybody really think Schizo sounds like a cool fucking name? I mean, come on. Let's see, Tucker. I don't count her as an enemy. Don't get me wrong. She kind of pissed me off, but seeing with who else I had to deal with throughout the game, I can at least say that she lets people have their identity. And that's probably the nicest thing I could say. You know, the one thing I was a little impressed with the game is that they actually did include a little bit of wildlife. Granted, I think at least 2/3 of the wildlife try to actually, it's not 2/3, it'll be 3/4, because I remember that you have wolves, you got bears, and you have, mountain lions or cougars, whatever you want to call them, but then you have deer. And to be honest, actually, you do have dogs, but that was only that only popped up in one mission, and you don't actively see them open world. At least I didn't, so that's that's a tough call. Then I remember there's the fucking zombie birds, infected birds. Do they technically do count? So at least 4/5 of the animals I encountered attacked me, with one being cool. And I have to say that, they could have added, nothing to the game and just have the zombies. I just think that's a little cool. Would they add to it in the sequel? Probably not. They'd probably keep it the same. Maybe more like, I think they have a good amount with the zombified wolves and the zombified bears popping up. And I would assume that the cougar wouldn't be too much of a common enemy, so I think they did good with animals. The birds, I think their placement was a little weird because I think infected birds would probably be like not just in one specific area. Like, I could see them being a little everywhere. But imagine dealing with that shit like at the beginning of the game. That'd like be a pain in the ass. So, kind of glad they're like in specific places. God, that's a lot. Fuck. Well, this doesn't look like the full horde. Maybe I was gonna go with, God, that looks like a lot of zombies to be surrounded by. Which would be true. Like, I hate that, but it's not a lot. Is this really the whole horde? What a small horde. Watch, I say that and another group of zombies popped up. Well, that was easy. If I could add to something also, I would think maybe the bunkers are like little safe areas for you. It's just, I think I mentioned I never really use them. Like, the only time I ever used a bunker is when I clear out the marauders or whoever, and then I go down there, learn a new recipe, and that's the last time I'm ever in a bunker. Maybe sometimes I will go to sleep in it, just to pass the time on the first visit. But other than that, I usually don't use them. Maybe not add bunkers in the sequel, but maybe some sort of safe house. Make it more interactive, like you could add shit to it, like better defensive, more cosmetic. Like, I don't know, I feel like that gets a little far from the theme. Like, you get where I'm going. Like, yeah, I want it interactive, but I want it to be in the realm of possibility with the game. Like, would you really have the resources to waste on cosmetic shit? Like, oh yeah, I went out hunting deer just to use it for a deer trophy. Like, I don't really see that being like something the characters would do just because, you know, resources are always a thing. Also, this gun I'm using, I'm pretty sure this gun has a built-in silencer, and I love that. It's beautiful. I don't feel it's as powerful as most, but I do like that I don't have to constantly replace the sound. Like, it's just I like not having to replace the silencer. God damn, I cannot talk for some reason. Every now and then, I could just like shoot. Now he took down a little portion of this horde. Not bad. I'm kind of wondering, can I just stealth kill these fuckers? I don't think so. I think they're alerted to me. Like, they're making noises. Yeah, I alerted them. I at least alerted this fucker. Alright, better get their attention. Come on, let's go. I gotta kill all of you. I mean, so if they did, like, make a sequel, I know I keep bringing up that fucking question, but what would you think it would be taking place? Like, do you think they would set it in the same location, following Deacon, or would you think it'd be better for a different place with a different character and a different story? Because, you know, that's also a possibility. Part of me wants to say someplace with a beach, but that feels a little like Dead Island a bit. Like, a beach zombie apocalypse have been done, but you could do it again. Like, you know, you can always do shit again. You bitch. I mean, Captain Curry, he mentioned about trying to go to California, didn't he? Or not California. No, they weren't going to California. It's because everyone keeps talking about the fucking freaks coming from Cali of all places. I think it was Nevada. Maybe in the sequel, fuck you. Maybe in the sequel, it's from his perspective going to Nevada. I don't know, that could be a possible thing. Like, we're pretty much done here. No threats, really. I mean, maybe the ever so present marauders have pop up every now, but really the only threat here, I would say, is the zombies. But we could fucking deal with that no problem. Speaking of zombies, where the fuck did they go? I wasn't trying to run away. You bastard. At this point, I think it's obvious how much I fucking hate these things. Because instead of shooting the fucker, I prompt just to beat the fuck out of it. But I can't tell if it's because I hate them or if I'm just irritated that I lost the horde. And whichever is funnier. So yeah, that could be a possible sequel. Get out of my way. Get out of my way, I'm looking for the horde. Watch, I turned the corner, and there's gonna be like a bunch of them just running towards me. Wouldn't be the first time that happened. Do you mind? I'm trying to look for your friends. You know, big group of people. They're zombies in this case. Call themselves a horde. You know, for weapons, I think this game did pretty good with the weapons.
Okay.
Granted, more would always be a cool addition to it. It's just, what could be added? What could be added that doesn't sound like, doesn't feel too outlandish? I mean, we could always add a more variety to the pistols, to the shotguns, snipers, rifles. It's just, maybe big, like a heavy weapon? Nah, that'd make the game a little too easy. Unless those hordes get bigger, then yeah, maybe heavier weapons? Weaponize your motorcycle?
Nope. Wrong direction.
That'd be kind of cool. Weaponize, you know, just like add guns to it. Or do the thing from fucking Dead Rising 2 and add fucking chainsaws to it. I mean, it's been done, but you know, it's pretty badass. Maybe a chainsaw launcher? You know, like it's a giant crossbow that you fire chainsaws. You know, have the whole Evil Dead thing going on. Would it be OP? Yes, but I ask you, how difficult would it be to find actual chainsaws to fill the ammunition? Yeah, it'd be a little too difficult. Unless we said, fuck it. We could always say fuck it to realism. But then, that takes, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, this game is kind of like on a 7 highest with the realism, like, ammo-wise. Like, you can't just find random shit and shoot it, you know? I don't know where the fucking horde went off to. I'm kind of pissed, like, I think the only gun... Fuck you. Like, of all the guns that I have, like, none of them don't feel... Oh.
Wonder if they left anything worth the effort.
Found the horde. Like, I don't think any gun feels over the top or not realistic enough. You get what I mean? Like, it just... I got it. So for it to be added in the sequel, them having unrealistic weapons, I feel like it would take off the feel of the game. So maybe not. However, infected, you know, stronger infected, I at first said that they don't really pop up as much as I would like, but nearing the end of the game, I did notice that they were more common than usual. I would still like to see more of them, but it's like, again, they're not, like, around as often as the... Like, I guess that also kind of makes sense. Like, there's special variants. They wouldn't just be, like, commonplace, but still, if they're going to be a threat, I think encountering them a little more often than usual would be exceptional. If that makes sense. I'm not counting the Newt as a special type of zombie though. Like, yeah, it's special because it's a kid variant, but it doesn't have like any real, like, how do I say, it jumps, it attacks, but it's not super strong, it's not super fast. It doesn't feel like it makes... You get where I'm going with this, right? Like, it's special, but it's not threatening, to say the least. I mean, they're annoying, don't get me wrong. Okay, let's see. We don't have much to... Well, we do have a lot to go, but we're getting through. I mean, how do you feel about the newts? Would they count as a special infected, special zombie? Or would they just be like kid variants? They're not on par with the rest of the special zombies. Like, what do you think? I don't really count them because the only thing that's special about them is that they're small and they could, climb and jump on the survivor. I guess a couple of occasions that they stole shit from Deacon, yeah. But, yeah, you know what? Maybe, with that being stated, I might reconsider because they do a couple things. Maybe I'll reconsider that thought. Because they do a special, like, that is technically special to them. Like, they steal shit, they're agile. Could be the climbing zombie, I guess. Yeah, but what does everybody think? I might reconsider my, like, stance on them, just for that observation. The strong zombie's kind of a bitch, though. Not that he's tough, but... I mean, he's tough, don't get me wrong. He could beat the fuck out of anything. It's just, they should have made him a little more durable. I mean, he's kind of durable, but what, 5 headshots and he's down? But what weapon did I use? It was an end game kind of weapon. Like, it was a sniper. Some sort of sniper. I forget which one, so... Maybe. I don't even remember what gun I used. I just know that if you compare it to the beginning guns, these guns are, like, OP. But I just think that maybe the strong zombie should... Oh, fuck. Is that a cougar? You know what? No. I take that back. If they're gonna be that strong, it would be more of an annoyance than anything. So, no. Fuck what I was trying to say. Like, imagine you put a whole magazine into one zombie and it still doesn't die. Like, that would be annoying. I hate bullet sponge enemies. Why am I trying to make a zombie that's a bullet sponge? Fuck that noise. That was a shit idea. Glad I caught on to it. Fuck it. If the developers are watching this video, which I doubt, please do not make a bullet sponge zombie in the sequel. Please do not. That's my one thing I hope never happens. Fucking running. I mean, that and invisible zombies. Fuck that noise. Oh my god. Like, that would be a slap to the face. You got a new zombie variant. It's called the Stalker. It has this natural camouflage going with it, and it hunts you down. You think you're the badass hero? Oh, no, buddy. This Stalker's gonna fuck you. Actually, that does sound like a realm of possibility. I hate it. Oh, hey, it's a strong zombie I was talking about. Hi! It's so good to see you. I was talking shit. Matt, you look well. You look swole. So, how are the wife? How are the kids? Good? Yeah, I bet they're doing good. My wife, she's doing fine. We don't have kids, though. I mean, in the zombie apocalypse, I wouldn't want to have any kids, because, the zombies, but, you know, when this all blows through, maybe, you know? It's just, when you find that right one, you're ready. And I think I found the right one and I'm ready. It's just, with the whole world. Holy shit, the cougar's still alive? Oh god, what the fuck's going on? This is like fucking rock, paper, scissors, except it's human, cougar, strong zombie. Who's gonna win? Who beats who? Come on, fuck off! The cougar's chasing the zombie. The zombie's chasing me. I'm trying to run the fuck out of Dodge. Though I guess you could say I'm trying to chase the cougar, but fuck this. Who's the bigger threat between the three of us? I say the strong zombie. Focus on the strong zombie. I mean, I'm a threat, but I'm the character. I'm being played. Come on, get him. Help me out. Wait, are you trying to help me or are you trying to kill me? Like, who's the cougar after? The cougar's after me! That answered my question. Why does everything want to kill me? Why does everything hate me?
Got you.
Now it's mano y mano, fucker. We could have been friends. We could have been buddies.
I just wanted you to know that the hot springs life ain't ever gonna be easy again, but you're making a difference to a lot of folks.
Who called?
One of the camps can use this.
Was that Tucker? Huh. Surprisingly nice. Surprisingly nice from Tucker. Alright, fuckers. Everyone knows the drill. Line up and let me shoot ya. You know, I completely forgot what the fuck I was talking about before. Oh, right. My whole stalker zombie idea. I hate it, but that sounds pretty fucking possible. Like, you see all these researchers going how the fucking zombies are changing. What if one has like a natural camouflage popping up? That does sound like some shit that could happen. I kind of hate that I actually threw in an idea that could possibly work. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna pop out stupid ideas. Fucking stupid ones. Ones that I think that won't work. A zombie that breathes fire. Now this zombie, it's been around a lot of, like, gasoline. It's fucking drenched in it. That doesn't make no sense. What? When the zombie sees you, it lights a fucking match, swallows it, just starts spitting out fire. The zombie would have to know what the fuck it's doing. Like, these guys go on instinct, not on, like, strategy, so, no, that sounds stupid. Which I guess was the point. A zombie that sleeps constantly, and if you wake it up, it wants to fucking kill you. That sounds like a witch. You know, from Left 4 Dead, that sounds kind of like the witch. Like, you wake it up, you startle it. I guess that would be placed in the caves. And boy, wouldn't that be a mood? A zombie that just sleeps all day. Like, I hate to say I relate, but I like to relate to that. Like, I don't want to do zombie shit. I just want to sleep. I'm dead. Please, leave me alone. I like that jump. More ramps in the next game, maybe? Like, who put all these ramps here? Oh, we left them there because we know that people like to, you know, ride motorcycles. We figure we might make it cooler. So, you're telling me that you use good resources just for people on motorcycles to make cool jumps? Yeah, basically. Sergeant, you are getting a promotion. That is sick as fuck. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I mean, we're kind of unguarded because we could have used the wood to barricade the fences, but I just thought that was a good way to use our wood. Some shit like that. So let's see. What bullshit have I not really talked about yet? I don't know what really to bring up because I'm kind of drawing a blank right now. I talked about how I want the camps to improve. Talked about maybe a better antagonist in the next game. I don't think this game would benefit from adding mini games to it, even if it's based on survival. Like, it doesn't have that feel. But I guess that could be added in, like, like a fishing minigame, because, you know, fishing was mentioned. But nothing like, I don't know, it's just, I'm a little on the par with that. Like, do we really want a fishing minigame for shits and giggles? I mean, it could give you a lot of credits. Okay, that's one benefit. You get enough fish for the whole camp, no one's really worried about food. Like, it has a little gauge counter right from the start of the game, and if you fill it up, food's never going to be a concern. Well, not never going to be a concern, but it won't always be, like, mentioned that we're running out of food, or we don't have much food, since you filled it up. It'll be like, hey, we're doing well on food. Thank you for helping us out. Like, you're doing a really good job. God damn it. Like, that's also another thing. Like, all the shit that I turned in the camp, all the meat, I feel like it never really does much, despite me turning in a lot of shit. Now, that wasn't always in the videos, because it was small shit that I didn't really think was important to show, but I just feel like, other than the credit, there was no point. Like, I didn't have any feel of, like, need for it, other than the credits and stuff. And granted, I think that's probably just the point of it. It's just, with how much meat I turn in, I kind of wish that someone would point out, wow, you turned in a lot of meat, you're making sure we're not going hungry, thank you very much. Or have one of the camp leaders say, hey, we're actually doing well on the food, and we like to thank you. You're making a lot of people feel hope, or some shit like that, you know? I mean, if you think about it, that could also open up more conflict with the game's world. Like, oh, this one camp has a lot of food, we're gonna hit it. And speaking of hitting shit, I'm getting back my rings. Yeah, of course I would be going into my tower, like, camp defense thing, which, honestly, again, I feel like that would be annoying. Like, you're in the middle of something, you get a call, you gotta rush all the way there. It feels annoying. So, maybe no. Maybe no. At least on the gauge thing. Like, I don't know. Attacking, like, the fishing has a good idea to it. Why is Deacon acting so sneaky or worried? Like he's gonna get caught. Like, we're cool with this place now, aren't we? They didn't shoot at me.
Here they are.
Ah, thank God. These are mine. Got all my shit back. I feel complete. What the fuck am I looking at? Oh.
I do, sweetheart.
It's the special ring. Well, that being said, I think that's all we have time for. Thank you for watching. We'll be finishing this up in the next episode. I'll see you next time. Have a happy and safe Halloween. Take care, everybody.